Well, hello and welcome to the channel. It is a blustery November Sunday morning, beginning of the month, which can only mean one thing, that it is time for a channel update. So before we get into it, stick around and roll the credits. Okay, welcome back everybody. First of all, I've got to give another apology out to all the regular viewers. I am really sorry that I haven't been getting any footage up recently. 2022 has just been one of those years where I can't remember where I've had a year where I've had so many setbacks. It's just been setback after setback after setback. I did get to the point where I thought I'd got everything sorted out. I got my new job sorted back in the UK, I got my new house finally sorted and finished. Everything was set up for me to get out on the bike. I got the whiskey tour planned, whiskey tour holiday tour planned just before I was due to start my new work. And just in typical 2022 fashion, the hijinks hit again, and I came down with quite a serious health condition. Oh my word, look at all the leaves here. This road is absolutely, that was dicey. So I'll start again. I got struck with a health condition that has affected my mobility. It got to the stage where, for nearly a month I was having difficulty walking around the house. That's how bad it was. It was just an effort to get in and out of bed, to get up and down the stairs, and as you can imagine, that has really curtailed my ability to ride my bike. I think in the last 2 months I've most probably been out on the bike 3 times, and I don't think I've been out on the Benelli because it's just too high for me. I've been using the wife's Honda. I got to the stage where I wheeled the Benelli out and I actually dropped it, getting it out of my garage. I'm not going to go on and moan about it because there are a lot more people in a lot worse condition than me. Some horrible diseases out there, cancer, terminally ill people. So, at the end of the day, we just have to be grateful for what we've got and get on with it. And I'm grateful that I'm out on the bike, on the Benelli for the first time for about 2 months now. Really happy about that. That is the reason why I haven't been getting a lot up on the channel. It is going to curtail in the future what I can actually get up on the channel. I don't know. I've got some different treatment pathways to go down. So hopefully I can get myself sorted and get back out on the bike on a more regular basis. But what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to be doing some product reviews. I'm going to be showing everybody the lower seat that I've just installed on the Benelli TRK and comparing that with the standard seat. We'll be looking at all aspects: is it easy to fit, the comfort of it, the construction quality, all those type of things, how much lower it is than the standard seat. So everything you need to know and want to know on whether you should get a lower seat for the Benelli. Just look at these roads, they're horrendous. Okay, so another review I'm going to be doing off the top of my head is the Oxford Aqua bag. It's a waterproof bag that's designed to go on the back of motorbikes, comes with all straps and fixings on it. I've used them for quite a few years, so I will be doing a review on that. Another thing I will be doing a review on is the Optimate solar powered trickle charger. I've had 2 of those plugged into my bikes now for the last couple of months. I was going to do a review when I first bought them, an unboxing, but I thought it's pointless because I need to know how they work. So I'm going to be showing you the results from that. So if you're interested in getting free power to charge your bike, let's face it, in today's climate of how much everything's gone up bill-wise, then yes, that may be of some interest to you. For the beady-eyed ones of you out there, regulars, you'll see I have a different review with the camera. I now have my GoPro mounted on a chin mount. Now, I have had some comments in the past saying that people found it distracting with it being mounted on the side of my helmet. However, up until now, I haven't really found a viable way of mounting the GoPro on the chin mount. On this helmet. It's an Arai Tour 4X, and I came across this website. Basically, I think it's just called Chin Mounts. They're an overseas company, but they're very professional. I've stuck it on and I've had no problems with it. It's been really good. So let me know what you think of the viewing angle of the new chin mount that I'm using. Well, I can't tell you how good it feels to be out on the bike, riding around, especially after the last couple of rides I've been on the wife's Honda, and well, that's a really good bike. Getting on the Benelli TRK after that, it just feels like you're riding a Rolls Royce. It is so plush, so comfortable. It is just a breath of fresh air to be on the Benelli. Yeah, I'm talking about what else is coming up to the channel on the 19th, which is about 2 weeks away. I'm going down to Birmingham, the NEC, for the Bike Live motorcycle show. Hopefully I'm going to be able to manage to hobble around the entirety of it. However, I may have to have a wheelchair, which is going to be very, very embarrassing. So if anybody sees me over there, recognise me, come up and say hello. Just be aware I may be like Little Britain, the little fat bald guy being pushed around, pointing into all the bikes saying, I want that one, I want that one. But hopefully I'm going to manage to get around on my own 2 pens under my own steam. So that's another thing that's coming up. Trying to think what else I've got coming up. Talking about next year, I've just bought tickets for the ABR Festival again. Hopefully this time I'm going to stay sober long enough to actually get out on some bikes and do some trails. Because this year I just got smashed the minute I got there and ended up with a horrendous hangover for all the weekend. I should know better at my age. Anyway, yeah, so that's going to be something else coming up to the channel. I'll do a little bit of filming at the NEC Live, so if you can't get over there, take a look on the channel and you'll see what you missed. And talking about the old TRK, I've just been watching a review on MCN about the Super G car and their long-term review, and it's like, I think they said it was an £18,000 bike, and the amount of problems that they've had with it. And apparently they tested one a couple of years ago, and they had loads of problems with that one again, and it just staggers belief. I just can't believe that top brands like KTM get away with releasing bikes that have so many problems. Now I believe it's right across the range with them. Every time you read a review, somebody's got a problem with KTM, and and it does my head in, because Benelli, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole, mate. It's a Chinese bike, and reliability. And yeah, I tell you what, if I needed to go a tour of Europe, or even a tour of, I don't know, the North Coast 500 or remote Scotland areas, and I had a choice of going on a KTM or going on a Benelli TRK, I knew which one I'd choose, and it would not be the KTM. Absolutely, it's just beyond belief that, you know, such a highly rated brand can put out bikes that cost so much with such poor reliability. Absolutely unbelievable. So folks, you know, if you're in the market for a new bike, don't get a KTM. Save yourself about 15 grand and get yourself a Benelli. I can't tell you how much being out on the bike has lifted my spirits. I have been so down. It's just like, you know, when you feel you're taking one step forward and about 10 steps back, and you know, everything you do goes wrong. That's how it's been this year. I mean, like I say, I managed to get on the bike about 2 or 3 times over the last few months. And both times I've gone out and I've filmed footage, and then when I've got back, both times the sound failed. You know, there was no sound on it at all. And I was like, you are joking. And it's just like, it's been one thing after another. And you know, you let things get out of perspective, you know, just little things like that, you know, just losing some footage. It was like the end of the world, because it was just another thing that had gone wrong. So yeah, it's really lifted my spirits being able to get out. I wanted to go out last weekend and it just absolutely tipped it down. It was horrendous, couldn't go out, so that got me down. But yeah. And on a brighter note as well, you know, I have to put a mention out to the guys who run the Benelli TRK forum. I think it's Benelli TRK Adventures UK or something like that, the Facebook page. I really should get the name right and give them a good plug. I will, I promise on my next video I'll get the name right. But that page is absolutely brilliant. There's such a sense of community on there. And the admins do an absolutely brilliant job on there, so a big shout out to them. I'm sure everybody who goes on there regularly will allow me on their behalf to say thank you very much for providing such an excellent page. And recently, like I said, with this problem with my hip, I really couldn't manage the bike because it was too high for me. I just haven't got the strength in my left leg. And I put a shout out on there to see if anybody had got one of these low seats for sale. And there was a guy, I think his name was Douglas Wilson, and he came on and he goes, mate, I've got a seat for you, don't want any money for it, you can have it for nothing. And I thought, what a fantastic gesture. And I went out and I met him up in Edinburgh at one of the local bike shops, and obviously I tried to give him some money for it and he wouldn't take the money, and you know, we just had a good chin wag, and he was a really genuine nice bloke. He just said donate some money to charity, which I've done. So it just proves that there are good people out there, and especially, you know, with the Benelli clan, the TRK clan, it's such a good place to be at the moment. And it's something that I never really took into consideration when buying a bike, because social media back in the day, there wasn't any. And you look at the support, yeah, we haven't got a good deal in that really, but you know, the support of the Rider Club, as you want to call it that, it's not really a club, but you know what I mean. It's just a nice feel-good feeling that you can go on there, and majority, 99% of the time, everybody's polite, and you know, yeah, like any page, you get the odd dickhead on there, but they're very, very few and far between on that page. I mean, I go on some of the other pages. I don't go on so often now, but we used to have a little Senis Terrain 125, and you know, that forum page was It was good, don't get me wrong, but it had a lot of new riders with it being a 125, young lads, totally unexperienced, but they thought they knew the world. Some of the stuff that gets posted on there, you look at it and you think, oh my God, you know, how can you say that? But they don't know any better, so you can't really hold it against them. But yeah, just absolutely really good page. And I'd just like to say again a big thank you to Douglas, because mate, I can't tell you, I've already said I've been back down just lately, and you donated me that bike seat, that lower seat, twofold. One, it was a really nice gesture and it uplifted my spirits, and two, it's a lot more comfortable for me now to sit on the bike and ride the bike with this dodgy hip that I've got. So yeah, thank you very much mate, you are a true gentleman. And lo and behold, would you have it, just to make things go accordingly with the shit luck I'm having, it's now starting to rain. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so I've just turned around and I've come back in the opposite direction, because it looks like we've got blue skies in that direction. So we will try and head out over there and see if it's a little bit drier. Just heading into Calso now, my home local town. Lovely little place, lovely little market town. Oh, look at the poppies. Fantastic thing to see that. Yeah guys, please support the poppy appeal. I know there's all this kerfuffle about the Royal British Legion and everything with Jim Davison and everything, but at the end of the day, forget the monetary thing, it's just a show of respect. I'm ex-forces. During the last 10 years I have lost a lot of people, a lot of friends, a lot of people I know, both still in the military and also working in the private security sector, various places around the world. And you know, some have been killed in action, some have been killed in accidents. I've lost 2 or 3 guys to motorbike accidents. There's another 2 or 3 guys who I've lost to PTSD. So, you know, please show your support and wear a poppy. It really does mean a lot to the families and the veterans. Not for the monetary thing, just out of the mark of respect and the gratitude of remembrance. Well, it looks as though it's drying up over in this direction. We've got that lovely rainbow. How nice is that? It's not too cold today, 11 degrees. I've got the heated jacket on and heated gloves. I'll tell you what, honestly everybody, I know they're expensive, but Gerbian heating clothing is absolutely amazing. It's 11 degrees and all I've got on underneath my outer shell, I've got a base liner, a merino wool base liner, a summer t-shirt, and then the Gerbian jacket. That's it. I've got no liner in my jacket, no thermal liner actually in my motorcycle jacket, and I am toasty. I think I've got it set on number 3 on the heat, and it goes up to number 5. And I'm not kidding you, I just can't foresee a situation where I'm going to need this jacket on number 5. Oh my god, number 5, it is just like lava. It is so hot, it cooks you alive on number 5. Another great thing as well is this little thing here. It's like the old-fashioned thermostat you used to get on an electric blanket. It links by Bluetooth, and I can just switch the jacket up and down with heat just by turning that dial gate to the perfect temperature. Oh, it's a little bit of an expensive add-on, but it's an absolutely, it's one of my favourite accessories, that is. It's really good. I haven't got my heated grips on, I've got the heated gloves, got them set on level 3, the highest level. And another great tip if you're going to buy Gerbian heated gloves is buy some silk liner gloves, because what you find is when you've got the gloves on the hottest level, without the silk liners, it can become uncomfortable on the back of your hands. Can get quite hot, whereas if you wear the silk liners inside, it distributes the heat all around your hands, and it's absolutely lovely. It's so toasty, and I would far prefer to use these gloves than use heated grips. I have used these in really, really cold conditions, and you can get away with just using these, but it is nice to have them both on, have the heated grips on. But I am talking, you know, frozen puddles, you know, frost on the ground, really, really cold wind chill factors. And to be honest, I tend not to ride very often now in those conditions. But yeah, Gerbian heated clothing, absolutely fantastic. As I've already mentioned, I'm down to the NAC on the 19th of this month, and I know Gerbian are going to be one of the stands there, and I'm going to purchase the socks, and I'm going to purchase the trousers as well, so I've got the full suit, because they're just well worth the money. Expensive pieces of kit, very well made, really, really good customer support with them as well. Some of the best customer support I've ever had with an item. So highly recommended, guys, Gerbian heated clothing. Well, just look at this now. What an absolutely beautiful day. I'm going to be in trouble because I'm supposed to be going shopping with the missus this afternoon. She's at work at the moment, and she said be ready to go for 1:30. Now my clock's saying 1:54, but I haven't changed it. The clock's gone back, so you know it's 5 to 1 now. And I doubt I'm even going to get home for 1:30. Never mind, be ready to go. So she's gonna have a right cob on with me. But hey ho, there you go. I've just got to make the most of being able to get out today, because normally I'm in pain on my bloody dodgy gammy hip. I haven't been able to get out, so today's a good day for me. And the weather as well. The weather has been absolutely atrocious up here in the Scottish borders for the last couple of weeks. So, you know, make hay while the sun shines, so they say. I want to do a review. I bought a Lone Rider tent, and to be honest, I haven't even had it out of the box. It's still in the packaging that it was delivered in. At the moment I'm struggling for doing a review on that, because obviously we're putting a tent up, there's a lot of kneeling down and, you know, putting pegs in and things like that, and I can't do it at the moment. So as soon as I've got a day where I'm not too bad and the weather's okay, I'll try and get that up on the channel for you, but at the moment it's a no-no. I just can't do it. Well, I must admit, when I first got on the bike and I rode out my drive onto those dodgy lanes, I was out of my comfort zone. It's surprising how quickly you get really rusty on the bike. And like I say, I've dropped the bike a couple of times. I managed to do a short tour a while back, just before I started my new job. I went over the west coast and over to my leg with the wife. She went on the NC750 and I went on the TRK, and it was just when I was just starting to have problems with my hip, and I'd lost a bit of strength in it, and I actually dropped the bike to junction, an off-camber junction. So didn't really think anything of it. Everybody drops a bike every now and then. People who say, oh, I've never dropped a bike. Well, you will, it just hasn't happened yet. You know, when you ride for a long time, there's going to be a situation where you drop the bike. So, you know, people who've dropped the bike and it's not their confidence, don't worry about it. Everybody does it. You know, experienced riders will tell you that, you know, at some point in your riding career you're going to drop a bike. But then again, I dropped it getting out my garage, and I think the combination of not riding it and dropping the bike twice within a couple of months, it's not my confidence a little bit. Not so much my riding ability, but just my physical ability to handle the weight of the TRK. So I just got to stop being a wimp and get on with it. The thing is, I mean, any ex-veteran will tell you who've been in the army. We come out the army and you get a certain age and you all have pains in your knees, pains in your back, your hips, because back in the day when we were in the army, we used to carry so much weight. I mean, we'd carry on average, just a normal exercise, a 70-pound burden on your back, plus like a 35-pound webbing, plus your helmet, plus your weapon slung around your neck, plus your body armour. You can imagine how heavy that is. Civilians just do not realise when they see an infantry soldier all kitted out in a kit, just how much weight you carry. You know, and I was in Milan platoon for a while, and that was anti-tank, and we used to carry even more weight with all the kit we used to carry, the anti-tank missiles and the launching post and everything. So you know, and the terrain that you're traversing, you know, you're not walking down a nice concrete slabbed paveway, you know, you're out in the fields, you're in woods, you know, really difficult terrain through mud, and it's a joke. It's like when we talk about ex-veteran motorbike clubs, we call it the briefing chapter, because we live on ibuprofen, and you just take it for granted that it's part of getting old, and that's what I've done. I've had these symptoms now for a couple of years, and they've gradually got worse and worse, and I've just cracked on and grinned and bared it, I've got to the stage now where it's that bad that I've got to seek medical advice for it, so yeah. But anyway, I'm probably boring you, I'm ranting on about it. I do apologise, I won't mention it again, I promise I won't mention it. It's that time of year now where the leaves are turning, and up here in the Scottish Borders, oh my word, it is just a beautiful place to be. I know a run that goes out towards Kielder Forest, and hopefully next weekend, if the weather's okay, and I'm up to it, we'll get out and go for a ride. Hopefully there'll still be enough foliage on the trees, and it's absolutely spectacular. There's a small lake that you go past, and when it's still, I'm sure you've all seen these postcards where they take a picture of the reflection of the water. It's like a mirror, and it's just like that. The water is just inky black, and it reflects like a perfect reflection of the trees, and it looks absolutely stunning in the right light. So hopefully I can get out there and show you that. With other rides, health permitting, I'm going to get out to St Tabs. I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, it's difficult at the moment because, as I said, I've been out 3 times and I've shot 3 videos and I've lost the footage, so I can't remember what I covered in my last video. I should have had a look before I came out, but anyway, I'm going to go out to St Tabs. Ages and ages ago, over a year ago now, somebody asked me to go out to St Tabs, I just forgot about it, and I just never got round to it, so I do totally apologise for that, and I will get out and I'll do a St Tabs run for you. I did actually go out to St Tabs, and that was the first time I'd been out for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I just lost all the footage because there was no sound on it for some reason. So yeah, I'll get St Tabs done for you, whoever that was, if you're still watching the channel, and I do apologise for not doing it. Oh wow, everybody, just look at this scenery. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Well, you know, earlier on I was talking about feeling a bit out of sort of the bike, a little bit rusty, not too much confidence, but I tell you what, now that I've been riding it for, you know, 3/4 of an hour, oh my word, I'm just right back in the groove. It just feels fantastic to ride this bike. I'm really still in love with my Benelli K502X. It's just a lovely bike to ride. So folks, we are just coming into the little village of Yatum. I used to live just outside Yatum. Slow it down here. Yeah, so my house used to be that way, going towards Calso. I now live the other side of Yatum. And it's such a lovely little place to live. The sense of community in Calso is amazing. I very rarely go out, but you know, the times that I have been in that local pub there, the Plough, oh, absolutely brilliant night. The atmosphere, you think, oh, little quiet country pub. No, absolutely brilliant, because obviously everybody knows each other, and having a sing-song, and oh, really good nights. I had to be out in the Plough, and I really should get out more often. Well, everybody, I am nearly home. I'm going to get a bollocking off the wife, so I will end the video here. I would just like to say thank you very much, everybody, for keeping your faith with the channel. If you're a newcomer, please tick that subscribe button, tick the like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. We're nearly up to, oh my word, look at these leaves here. Those would have you off in a heartbeat if you were leaned over on those. Yeah, so as I said, we are nearly up to 2,000 subscribers. It would be great if we could get that 2,000 subscriber mark before the end of this year. We're so very close. So please, if you can, please tick the subscribe. It doesn't, you know, you're not signing up for anything, you're not getting bombarded with emails. It just helps the channel out with the algorithm, and it'll really cheer me up if you can do that. So please, if you can, tick that subscribe. So anyway, smell of wood smoke. Lovely. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much for watching. All that's left to say is I hope everybody has a better rest of the year than I've been having. Everybody ride safe. Bike Rider Reviews out. Oh dear, the wife's saying before me. Everybody, I might not see you again. She's likely to kill me. Anyway, all the best, everybody. Ride safe.